Hello everybody, Naughty Nana Des here, doing some front porch sitting. It's a little wet down in the yard, so don't want to go out there. Sugar melts when it gets wet, just saying. If you like my stuff, please give us a big like. Maybe share it with some family and friends. And I'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's get on with today's doings. Now today we're going to talk about Trump, and we're going to backtrack a little bit to when he first got in office and how fucking devious that bastard really is. Okay, now this was taken from an article in Vanity Fair, November 22nd, 2017. But I've added something to it that'll bring it to present day. Just hang on, it's coming. Okay, now just 4 months into his stint as president, in my opinion, Trump gave a great big hearty thank you for Mr. Putin by inviting the ambassador to the United States, Sergei Kysliak, and Russian's foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, to the Oval Office. Remember that? Didn't go much farther than that. But while they were visiting, the president betrayed his oath to the people, his country, and his intelligence people. They warned him. So, he showed some highly classified and very sensitive information to those two enemies from Russia that helped him get elected. Now, remember when there was a big thing about laptops being on airplanes and things like that? Do you remember that? This is why that happened. Because of this information that he shared with the Russians. Now, the Israelis had found out that there was a technology brewing where bombs were being integrated into laptops. And the big clincher there was they couldn't be detected by anything at customs. Okay? Some people like being suicide bombers. Very important piece of information. Now, the Israelis, the Mossad, that's their foreign espionage agency, their target was an ISIS cell that was racing to get this technology to perfection. And the guy that was doing it was Ibrahim al-Assari. Now, he's a Saudi national who is also a master bomb maker in Yemen. So, as a result, the Brits and Homeland Security banned passengers traveling from the list of Muslim majority countries, from the list of Muslim majority countries, from carrying laptops and other electronic devices larger than a cell phone on arriving airplanes. Good reason for that, right? Undetectable technology is going to blow up the plane. We're not going to have it on our plane. Simple as that. Then this would have been a win, except for loose lips Trump spilling the beans to Kysliak and Lavrov. Now, Israel and American spy trust was pretty much collapsed and shot to hell, and left the rest of the democratic free world wondering what's really going on with Trump and Russia. Why would he be giving them this information, right? So, it got me thinking too. Now, remember that when Kysliak and Lavrov were in the Oval Office, there was no other journalists allowed. They were forbidden from entering the room. Literally forbidden from entering the room, except for one Russian journalist who happened to have a microphone on his camera. So he was filming those guys, but you cut snippets of information, right? They were talking about James Comey and stuff like that, saying that he was a whack job and all this stuff, right? Why would the Russians care about this? Because they like technology, and they like having more information than anybody else, and Trump was only so willing to give it to them. So, no other journalists allowed in the room for his little tea party that was taking place. So, is it any wonder that what happened in the Oval Office gave him the balls to have a 2-hour conversation by himself with Putin in Helsinki, right? Because they were all on him about, oh, you're sticking up for Russia too much there. Gave him the balls to have a 2-hour conversation with Putin in Helsinki with only the interpreters present. There was no cameras allowed. There was nothing. So it makes me wonder how many other secrets that he handed over to him, because he made sure that interpreter gave him her notes when they were done. But I think she got a memory. I'm pretty sure there's a memory up here. And she heard everything because she had to write down the notes, right? And translate everything. So I'm pretty sure she remembers. I think she should be subpoenaed. That's what I think. Now, there was no press or anything, right? That's cagey. So that means he's doing something wrong if he's got to hide it, right? Exactly. Now, again, I wonder how much he gave to his handler Putin that day. Because when the Russians want the information, you run to your handler and you give it to them. That's the way this friggin' spy works. And he's friggin' hired by Putin. I swear to God, in my gut, I know. I think I know that. No, I think I know that pretty well. But anyway, and how much of the information in those boxes from Mar-a-Lago was shared with Viktor Orban when he came to CPAC a little while ago? How much of that information did he get? Was he scrounging around in them boxes? Or did he just take a bunch of pictures? That's called espionage. That's what that is. So, how many foreign nationals that visited after Orban, or before Orban, was privy to any of that stuff in those boxes? I think there's a lot of investigation needs to go on. And they're right to start fingerprinting those papers, because I bet you Donald Trump Jr. and Eric and Ivanka, I bet you they got their fingerprints on those papers. And Jared Kushner, because he wasn't even supposed to have a security clearance, or Ivanka either. But they ended up giving her one, begrudgingly. I don't think they should have. They should have stood their ground and said, fuck off. That's what they should have done with them. So are you scared yet? I know other countries are wondering how much their countries are compromised and all their security. Just wondering, aren't you? I think he's a lying, cheating bastard, and I think he's a spy for Putin. I really do, and that's why he's got that information in Mar-a-Lago. Anyway, Naughty Nana loves you. I hope you like this. Love you so much. Mwah. Have a wonderful day.